Hello, it's ZachStar, and I'm back from watching episode 7 of Disventure Camp, season 5, Fans vs. Favorites, where for once, I should have trusted my gut and stuck with the contestant I kept saying was going to get eliminated next, but I stupidly changed my answer in the last video. At this rate, I'm worried I'm not going to get a single elimination correct, so you might as well watch these videos to see how completely incorrect my predictions are. Anyways, to recap episode 7, we will start with the fans. Aiden and Ara are talking about how screwed they are, numbers-wise, after losing the majority. So Ara comes up with the bright idea to try to get Nura on their side. Luckily for Ara, Nura is having a bit of a midlife crisis while talking to Dunya. Nura is ranting to Dunya about what she should do with her life to make herself happy. Nura ends up not liking Dunya's answer, causing Nura to walk away upset. Also, side note, now that Ren saved Olivia from elimination, Olivia thinks they are best friends and won't leave Ren's side. Now, onto the favorites. Natalia is teaching Fiore how to be socially acceptable. While doing this, they overhear Anastasia and Gabby being all chummy. This irritates Natalia because, as we know, Gabby is supposed to be on her side, and Natalia despises Anastasia. This gives Natalia the idea to go get even closer with Rosa, who's Anastasia's teammate. Next up is Tom and Lake. They race each other swimming, and that's about it, which then takes us to the episode's challenge, which I have to say seems very objective. Emily is all dressed up nicely in a wedding dress and gives each team the challenge of making her the perfect bouquet of flowers. So overall, a very relaxing and laid back challenge. This time, Fiore decides to sit out, which was a smart move as it would not bring any attention to her. Also, Lake and Bruno sit out so they can talk to get to know each other better. The contestants really do be sitting out for the dumbest reasons this season, with not an ounce of strategy in their decisions. But hey, at least for once, Benji didn't sit out of a challenge. But honestly, after watching his performance, he probably should have. 4 major plot points happened during this challenge. The first and most important one is Rosa spilling the tea. She says that Anastasia and Marissa broke up, which Rosa doesn't know was just misinformation. So now, Tom and Natalia hear this and think it's true. Although, Natalia knows this isn't true, but decides to use this misinformation to her benefit. The second plot point is Ara trying to befriend Nura. Ara figures out what is bothering Nura, and it's that she can't follow her dream to become a florist because they don't make enough money. Ara pretends she has the same dream just to connect with Nura. This somewhat works, and I'm sure Ara will have a plan to utilize Nura's friendship in the future. The third plot point is Dunya getting Sam to let his guard down. Sam, while gossiping with Dunya, accidentally admits he's married and has a husband. This brings Sam to the confessional booth where he says he won't let his guard down like that again. Lastly, this is the least important plot point. To no one's surprise, Benji sucks at challenges. Benji couldn't find the correct color flower for the bouquet, so Benji has the bright idea to use a completely different color flower instead. Ultimately, this one decision makes the favorites lose the challenge. I know that Benji ended up completely messing up the color, but what if both bouquets were the same color? How would Emily even go about deciding a winner? Regardless, another thing I found funny is that I voted for Spencer to be eliminated this episode. Meanwhile, he was the only contestant on the favorites who had a skill that could help him with the challenge. That being that Spencer used to put bouquets together for his sisters. Anyways, now on to how the favorites elimination went down. Ultimately, Natalia was a puppet master this time around. She starts by working with Spencer, having him and Bruno spread the lie that Benji is up for elimination for losing the challenge. This gets told to Lake, Rosa, and Anastasia's alliance, getting them to vote for Benji. Meanwhile, Natalia then tells Gabby and Tom that Anastasia has been lying to them. Natalia claims that Anastasia has been lying about her love life just to get their vote. Obviously, Anastasia was just being friendly with Gabby when they were talking about their relationships. The information Gabby was fed was just false information. But now, Gabby thinks Anastasia has been lying to her all because of Natalia's trickery. This leaves Natalia with everyone on her side besides Anastasia's alliance who is voting for Benji. So with Natalia's plan coming to fruition, unfortunately, Anastasia gets eliminated. She has a very mature exit, praising everyone, even Natalia. Additionally, she then decides to go to Rescue Island for a chance back into the game. Also, I have to say that Benji was thrilled that he was able to stay in the game. Anyway, it's now time to talk about my predictions for episode 8. To determine my loser pick for episode 8, I'm going to have to make a tough decision. This time around, I don't know whether to predict if the favorites or the fans will lose the challenge. On one hand, I think the favorites still have too many contestants on their team, but on the other hand, the fans are very good at losing challenges. And I have a feeling that Aiden will be getting the boot soon from the game. This will help to leave more fans to balance out the new and the old contestants. But ultimately, I think there's one contestant who has too big of a target on their head. That contestant being Natalia. In episode 7, she decided to make an enemy of basically basically everyone. She lied to Gabby and Tom about Anastasia's relationship. She did this by having Rosa tell Tom and Gabby misinformation. So after this, they definitely won't trust Natalia anymore. So that means Natalia will have Tom, Gabby, Rosa, and Lake all against her. Bruno is most likely going to stick with Lake, considering he's been feeling guilty about lying and voting Anastasia out. If Spencer is smart, he'll probably vote against Natalia as well. Then we have Ali and Benji, who tend to just go with whoever the majority is voting for. This just leaves Natalia with Fiore, who will very easily flip on her to make a stronger alliance. With Natalia being public enemy number 1, I think she is definitely going to be the next eliminated from Disventure Camp Season 5. So I'm officially locking in Natalia to be eliminated in Episode 8 of Disventure Camp Season 5. I don't know how many times I could repeat the same thing, but you should always expect me to keep Dunya as my winner pick. Only if there is a major plot development involving Dunya would I maybe consider changing my vote. We do have a new plot line with Dunya, that being Nura attempting to express herself to Dunya. This doesn't really go the way Nura intended, so Dunya is left kind of clueless to what's going on inside Nura's head. I am curious to see how Nura's personal problems will be handled in the upcoming episode, and how the outcome will affect Dunya and Nura's future relationship. Whatever happens, I do believe this will only be a minor issue for Dunya. So I'm again locking in Dunya and keeping her as my prime contender for winning Disventure Camp Season 5, Fans versus Favorites. That is all for this episode. I'm looking forward to seeing which team ends up losing the challenge and which one of their players they will end up sending home. Also, I'm excited to see what kind of backlash Natalia will receive for her lies in Episode 7. But with that, I will see all of you after Episode 8 of Disventure Camp, Fans versus Favorites. ZachStar, out.
Hey, it's ZachStar. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next time.